And here are live visuals. Finally, after 6 days, the meeting has been scheduled. Farmers have arrived and the government have just started talks with the farming community. All right, we're cutting across to Rahul Srivastava. Rahul, 35 organizations, 35 farming unions, the leaders there are present. The meeting has just about begun. Many leaders there, all the BJP heavyweights have been pressed into initiating this dialogue with the farmers. This is possibly the biggest agitation that the government has faced in the recent past, isn't it?
Yes, it's a very strong agitation. See, the government faced agitations on CAA bill and several others. But the farming community is a politically very large community. It's a large electoral college that no government can actually displease. And that is why what we'll say is that a lot of reforms in the agriculture sector have not been ventured upon by various governments, primarily because of the very fact that the farm vote is supposed to be very critical. But I think experts are largely of the opinion that lot of elements as far as the farm rules and the laws in the land are concerned are archaic, and they actually are not in the interest of the farmers. Say, for example, the mandi system, which is say across the country in states like UP and Punjab and several others, the state governments earn a lot of money from the mandi system. Though in Punjab it offers a lot of relief for the farmers by procuring most of the farm produce. They are ensured that there is MSP. But case of say Punjab, Nabila, is a very different case. The land holding there is virtually 3 times higher than the average land holding across the country or across states like say Bihar, for example. And that is why the farmer is much more economically stronger than an average farmer in Bihar, where the land holdings are 1/3 of the average land holding in Punjab. And that is why the government needed perhaps a more diverse approach as far as addressing and creating the farm laws was concerned. What was needed was perhaps a slightly more expansive exercise, a wider exercise to talk to different regions and different kind of farmers. For example, today, when I saw the list as far as the farmers union who have been called for this meeting, it does not just represent a large number of those big unions which have brought in farmers from Punjab to protest, but also various regions of Punjab. That's one care which has been taken deliberately so that no section of farmers in Punjab feels that they have been left out of an exercise for negotiations on bills which are a bone of contention as far as the farmers are concerned. That exercise needed to be done prior to the farm bills. And I think that realization has come in yesterday when we saw the Prime Minister speaking in the afternoon about the farm bills. He attacked the opposition. He said that the farmers have been misled. But in the evening on the banks of the river Ganga, during the Aarti, he was milder, he was emotive. What he said, he invoked Guru Nanak, and he said that Guru Nanak was the harbinger of several reforms in his times. And he also said, without mentioning the protests of the farmers, he said that usually people protest in the beginning, but then they die down when they realize that the bills are good. He also said that laws have been created with a good intent, and anything which is created with a good intent usually reaches a right destination. I think the Prime Minister's reach out was softer to the farmers in an attempt to convince them instead of a strong line that you are being misled. And that is why I will say that today the thawing, unions agreeing to talks without conditions, and the government, instead of saying that go to Burari first and then come to talks, agreeing to talk is the first sign that both sides have realized the untenability of a protest which is being held, though it's a large protest, but it is not sustainable both in interest of the government, the people of Delhi, and also the farmers. We eventually remember the crop season is starting and the farmers need to be in their fields. And that is why a lot will depend on what the government tells them. How the government allays the fears of the farmers is going to be critical. How they are going to be told that MSP will not be removed, mandi system will not be removed, their interest will be protected is the key with which the government can tell the farmers' unions to go back and convince the farmers who they have brought with them.
Right. Rahul, these questions, of course, many of them that's going to be put forth before the government, the leaders there. Right now, the meeting has just about started. The government, like you said, will have to establish and explain in detail on how they're going to actually implement this law, ensuring that MSP is going to be in place. How are they going to put this in practice? That's the apprehension of the farmers largely, and that's exactly what the government will have to address now on how MSP will come into practice, considering now buy and sale will be directly between the producer and the customer there. In fact, the farmer and the consumer. Where will the MSP be implemented? How will it come into actual practice? All that will have to be defined and established here at the meeting. Moushami joining us for more on that. But before that, we're slipping into a short break. We'll come back tracking this meeting right here happening at the Vigyan Bhavan.
You are watching India Today.
For more news and updates, log on to indiatoday.in or download our app now.